good, everybody? Corbino here, and we got ourselves another Thank God It's Wednesday, and we're going to start off with Exiles number 1 and 2. The first cover, I mean, I've said this before, the covers, it's going to help you pick up the comic, because this has the Valkyrie from the MCU, at least that's what it looks like, Iron Lad, which I never really cared for, but Blink, dope, underrated mutant that I like. Looks like some type of weird-looking Miss Marvel and a weird-looking cartoon Wolverine. What? Okay. Yeah, I'll check it out. Looks like the universes are being eaten by the World Eater. And, spoiler alert, I mean, obviously, the World Eater ends up being an old head of Galactus. Like, it's a skeleton, and it's, like, all destroyed and whatnot. And Blink is called up to the moon by the Nick Fury dude that lives on the moon from Original Sin or whatever. It's confusing stuff. Anyways, and he starts teleporting, or somebody. Comics are confusing, but he starts teleporting her places. Yeah, it was he. Because then some Watchers come and they get pissed about it. But she teleports to Miss Marvel's universe now, and it's her super old, and she just goes by Khan now, and she protects, you know, the Inhumans that are left. And then her world dies, but Miss Marvel and Blink stay alive and they get teleported to a new one. Then there's some future where Iron Lad is there and he's fighting some bullies and they're like, no, no, no. And then Kang comes and then it gets wiped away. And Iron Lad and them are still together. And then they meet Valkyrie. And she's fighting Surtur and a bunch of other things. And her horse comes along. Valkyrie and her horse get to come along on this journey, so that's kind of cool, I guess. And then they go to some cartoony world where evil Magneto, or Lil Magneto, stealing pies from the X-Men, and Wolvie is gonna stop him. And then, you know, the 5 people in the first cover, this is all talking about the first 2 issues, all get teleported together back to the moon, and now it's like their squad, and they're talking to Nick Fury, and the Watchers are not very pleased with this, and now we got to figure out what's going on, and it looks like they get evaporated, teleported, thrown away. I don't know, it's very, last page is very odd, and they're all in a bunch of different little panels. Anyways, so far it's off to a good start. My favorite character is Blink, Miss Marvel, but that's the thing, that's where it stops really. Valkyrie, she has the exact look from the MCU, so you'd think she'd talk like that one. But she doesn't. She talks like Thor, and it's annoying. So I get annoyed of reading that. Wolvie is probably going to get annoying. So right now it's Blink, Miss Marvel, Iron Lad, Wolvie, and then Valkyrie. Anyways, I'm kind of excited to see where this series goes. So that was Exiles 1 and 2. Next we got is Darkhawk. I have never read Darkhawk before. I've seen him pop up in some comics and whatnot, like in the Runaways. But besides that, and this came out months ago. I just now picked up the comic book store. And it was pretty damn good. But it also says at the end, it's like, up next. Nothing, not a zilch. It's called a one-shot dummy or something like that. And that's kind of cool. But anyways, it was doing a legacy thing. It did it for Silver Sable and the Power Pack, which I talked about Power Pack in a previous one. Anyways, the guy, is his name Coy or something? I mean, he talks about his powers have been messing up, and then some other evil versions of him, evil versions of whatever the Darkhawk people are, attack, and then these dirty cops try to get him to join like his dad did because he was a dirty cop. And he says no, and one of the dirty cops dies, the other one runs away, and he becomes Darkhawk again. That was just a real quick recap, and it was probably doesn't make you want to read it, but I highly recommend it. That was a really good issue. Just, it makes me want to read the first 50 issues of Darkhawk from the 90s. It was really good, and it makes me kind of mad that it was just a one-shot. And I don't really get why they did all these one-shots. Is it just to let us know where all the characters are, where they've been? You know, I think that's probably what it is. Either way, I'd like to see more of Darkhawk now. I really like his character just from that one issue. Next we got is Teen Titans number 19. Where we left off was Beast Boy became a giant monster beast thing. And they're all the Robin's after Beast Boy and that girl Joran or whatever, and the rest of the Titans are fighting all the zombie human people. And then Flash goes and like gets all their little beacon, the little headpiece things that are controlling them out of their heads, saves the day. And Robin's trying to go after them. He falls, and he gets saved by, I don't remember what his name is, but that giant red bat monster thing that he has. I don't read a lot of DC, so I still to this day don't understand what that creature thing is that hangs out with Damian. Anyways, long story short, they save the day. The girl wants Beast Boy to keep with him and join him, but he's like, no, you're actually an evil villain. You're evil. You're not a good guy. You're a bad guy, and you think you're doing that thing, but you're not at all. You're going about this all the wrong way. Sorry. And they cuff her or whatever, and Beast Boy goes back to the Titans, and then they have a nice beach day at the end. Oh yeah, almost forgot. Brainiac attacks at the very end, and and then guess what? I mean, just had a video last week talking about comic crossover suck. It says the Titans story will continue in No Justice. I don't have time. I don't have the money or time, people. Next, we're going to talk about Scooby Apocalypse number 24. This issue shows more of Daphne and Fred's backstory and them trying to clear out the monsters. They're going in to clear out the monsters because they realize both the CJ Nickel and the Mears monsters are they're coming back out in the same amount of monsters, even though they kill them. So they're thinking they must be reproducing out there. And earlier in the issue, Velma tells Fred that he can't keep, whining and, just being a bitch for Daphne, because no one wants that. And he's like, you're right. And as they're about to, check out what's going on, he says to Daphne, he's like, this is the last time, literally the very last time I'm ever going to ask you this. Will you marry me? And she says yes. So we'll see how that goes. We got his Runaways number 8. Carolina's girlfriend Julia is here to visit. They're all really just hanging out. Molly's best friend is trying to get her to eat some shit that'll help her fucking live forever or something. I don't trust her at all. They're all hanging out, having a good day, but then you hear, bring me the head of Victor Mancha, and it's Dr. Doom, but I don't really know what's going on with Dr. Doom, because I thought he was good now, or something. He's been good for like 2 years, something, being like infamous Iron Man, but now he's like, but he's supposed to be over here with the Fantastic Four, with the half of Fantastic Four, but now he's over here with the Runaways. Anyways, they battle him, fight him. Nico's barely sleeping, and that's the whole thing with her staff and crap, and he succeeds and gets Victor's head, and he's like, now that I have your head. And that's the end of that issue. Kind of short, but I want to know what the fuck's going on. Next, we got a Spider-Man 239. Sinister Six are heading in the helicarrier over to Latveria to meet with that some weird girl I've never heard of. Sandman hits Hobgoblin, knocks him off the plane, which is probably going to cause death. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe if they're over water. And he's like, I thought you guys would attack me for doing that. Like, we assume you had it coming. He's like, yeah, he sold us out to Red Hulk. Oh. The girl, they're getting ready to do the trade, and she's like, wait a minute, you were followed, or you brought company, or whatever the hell. And the champions show up, and Spider-Man's there, he brought the champions as backup, and they're fighting the Sinister Six. But also, this is the problem with a lot of comics, is what the fuck's up with their timeline, because it has Spider-Man with the champions, and it has the original six champions plus Ironheart. Now, Ironheart did just join the champions, but it was after Cyclops quit, and it was Viv just became a synthezoid again, and it was after Cyclops quit, so Cyclops shouldn't be there. And if it was before she became a human, then Ironheart shouldn't be there. But I don't know, it's confusing as fuck. But anyways, there's that. Iron Spider and Spider-Man. Iron Spider and Spider-Man fight each other and fight off of the helicarrier, so we'll see where that goes. The rest of the champions are now being held at gunpoint, so we'll see how that turns out. So we got his All New Wolverine number 33. Finally have caught back up with All New Wolverine, and this story is like old woman Laura, like Old Man Logan, and the girl on the cover is actually Gabby grown up. It's the future. Laura is dying, and she checked to make sure Gabby wouldn't die, and I think Gabby has a daughter or a kid or something. It's like, don't worry, you guys are fine, it's just me who's gonna die, my healing factor or some shit, I don't know. And so her, old, scarred up Maria Hill and Gabby, the new Wolverine, go to Latveria. It's the last place their one of the three, there was like 3 clones originally, or 4, something like that. Anyways, of the clones of X-23. They're trying to find one of them, and the last place they heard about her was in Latveria, so they go to check it out, and Gabby's like, sorry, and they're like, what? And then you see like a fist with green on it, so I'm assuming it's Dr. Doom, and if that's Dr. Doom again, then damn, he is popping up everywhere. Anyway, so Gabby sold him out or something, and they're in Latveria, so we'll see how that goes. Next we got is X-Men Red number 3. Got them defeating that Sentinel, making it their own personal flying around pet Sentinel thing, and they're gonna head over to Wakanda. We got Gambit doing his own thing on the side, and some bird mutant, it's a riot, and some bird mutant named Kara gets killed, but Gambit saves the day and takes out the rest of the rioters. And now they're almost to Wakanda, the rest of the squad. I'm assuming Gambit's gonna start playing a bigger part in these. I don't know. I don't really understand why we just have him for that little bit. Anyways, they're about to get to Wakanda, and there's a big storm. They're like, can we even make it through that? And they're like, oh my, that really is Storm. So Storm thinks it's probably thinks it's a Sentinel. And Storm's like, for Wakanda, I don't know if she just lives there now, or if she's back with T'Challa, or what, because I don't know, maybe. But also, last week, for March's Thank God It's Wednesday, I talked about how Namor isn't really a main character, and this Trinary girl is more of a main character. And up in the corner, it has Namor still with the other 4, but it also has Gambit shoved up in the corner now. But then in the front page where it says starring, and it tells you which characters it has, instead of Namor, it has Trinary now. So I don't really know if Namor is actually a main character of this series or not. I don't really know, but it's still good so far. So we got his Champions number 19, first issue of an exciting new era. Not really a great start for me personally, but it starts off with Nova and Spider-Man saving the day, and then they're like, hey guys, we got a surprise for you. And it's a giant blue Champions ship, and they all got their own living quarters now. Even though I'm pretty sure they all have their own homes to go to. Maybe not Amadeus, but I'm pretty sure everyone else does. Maybe not Riri, but I don't know. Anyways, but Nova and Spider-Man have to share a room, which I didn't underget. Nova and Spider-Man have to share a room, which I didn't understand because everyone else gets their own room. Maybe if Cyclops was still there, he would have to share a room. I don't really know. Anyways, the ship's pretty cool, but Ironheart, I don't really know Riri very well. It's part of the reason why I quit reading Invincible Iron Man, so I mean, hopefully she doesn't ruin Champions for me. Hopefully I start to like her. I don't know. But I didn't really like her in this issue. She seems more of a robot than Viv does. And she was just really annoying in it. I don't really understand. But they're flying around on the ship and they get attacked. The windows break and Nova gets shot. I don't know if he's really dead. He probably isn't, but we'll see. The final issue we're going to talk about is The Walking Dead number 178. New World Order, part 4 of 6. Left off with Sadiq being in the bathroom. Mercer and that other guard are like, hey, you didn't hear nothing that just happened. He was like, oh yeah, I didn't hear shit. And he's like, I was just trying to find the bathroom. And he walks back out the way he came in, and they're like, bathroom's the other way. He's like, oh. Michonne and her daughter talking. Michonne's daughter's mad. She's like, you know, honestly, I hate you. I don't want to talk to you, da da da. And she's like, but I still love you and I'll still be here. And she's like, damn it, I love you. I'm mad that you make it so easy to love you. Hanging outside, the Stephanie girl comes and says sorry to Eugene for all the trouble. She's like, I shouldn't have went against protocol and whatnot. He's like, that's fine. And she's like, it's just not how we do things here. And Michonne's like, what does that mean? And Pamela, is that her name? The girl that's in charge of Commonwealth, I don't remember, but the governor of Commonwealth says she wants to go with them and meet Rick or meet whoever's in charge in a few days. Michonne, I don't really know how they're gonna I don't really know how they're all gonna feel about that, but we'll see. And Stephanie's like, that's just the way things are here, da da da. And then I don't remember her son's name, but he's a piece of garbage. He shows up and he's like, hey guys, I'm great and awesome. And then he sees Yumiko and he's like, I'll give you a personal tour, and kisses her arm. She's like, let go. He won't let go. Magnus like, hey, creep, let go. Pushes him, and then he pushes her to the ground, and they're all like, hey. And then Princess pulls out her spear and is like, hey, and he's like, whoa, you know, being a little baby. And then all these guards come and she kicks their ass, and Michonne's like, Princess, stop, don't do anything. And she's like, too late, goggles are on. And I'm like, Princess, damn, kick ass. That's what I'm talking about, girl. So she kicks a bunch of guards' asses. Mercer comes, throws on his little mini axe things, and knocks her spear out of her hand. She's like, ah, bummer. And he's like, what's going on here? And the kid, governor's son is like, arrest them all. He's like, even the ones I saw standing around doing nothing. He's like, and he's a little bitch. I just fucking hate his little bitch ass. They were like, he was assaulting, he cuts him off, and was like, assaulting? Nah, shut that nah, screw that noise. And I'm like, oh my god, dude, I want to beat your ass. And then Michonne's daughter, Elodie, that's what I found out, it's probably Elodie, like Melody, just without the M. Duh, fucking Corbin. Anyways, Elodie is like, here, let me help you up, and Sebastian, that's his name, I think. Anyways, and he pushes her, and Michonne's like, oh, hell no. She's like, Mom, no, it's okay. She goes, we need to know our place. And then Michonne's like, the fuck? And I don't know if that's a race thing, a sexist thing, or what, because, you know, the leaders are female, so I don't really know. But we got a few different races hanging out with us here in the Commonwealth, so I don't know. We'll see how that goes, and next week is May, so I get to see how that goes. So, yeah, I'm pumped. Yeah. And until next time, stay geeky.
Hello, Hannah here, and this is ya boy Caesar. We just want to tell you about Bullymake. It's a subscription box for dogs. Caesar here loves it. And if you use promo code IG10, you can get 10% off. Just go to bullymake.com, type in IG10, IG10, and isn't that dope? So get that Bullymake box, subscription box. Bye!